Hey guys, what's up? My name's Daniel Puter. This month I have one of my best friends, Bo Trumbull, here. Bo, we're doing personal branding month, talking about what your brand is, and the two questions I ask are, number one, what do you want your reputation to be when you walk into a room and somebody sees you, based upon online or who you are? And the second question I always ask is, after somebody meets you, what do you want them to think about you? I know you work for a pretty big company, and you've hired people, and you look at everything from resumes to how they act to online profiles. What would you give me a recommendation to kids and adults on how they need to have their personal brands online, offline, to be able to get a job these days?
Well, that's very interesting, Daniel, because I've probably hired about over 3,000 different employees at different times, and for the company I'm with now. And I think one of the things that we look for the most, and that we continue to always look for, is one of the first things when I tell somebody, you can have the best resume in the world, but that's not important, because skills can be taught, but what you cannot teach somebody is to be happy. You cannot teach somebody who is, in their heart, a happy person. Somebody who, when they're happy, it comes out in the quality of their work, it comes out in the quality in which way they treat people, and in the hospitality business, which that's what I'm in, hotel, restaurants, and nightlife, is that we need people who know how to take care of other people, and that's a skill that is in your heart or just is not there. So you have to learn that that is going to be one of the biggest things in any interview. Have your spirit, what's in your heart, come out. And the last thing I always look for is I look for somebody who has integrity and speaks with honesty and honor in what they say and do. And that's much bigger than any other skill or resume building item you can have on your list.
So let's say somebody comes in and applies for a job with you. What is the first thing that you want? I mean, you want them to look at you in your eyes, shake your hand, come off with a great personality, and have fun? Or do you want them just to hand you a piece of paper or turn in a resume? Like, how do they get that job? Like, what's the best way?
Well, my puppy is having a fun time back here. That's Jack, our little guy. Jack is. So I think that if you're looking for the right thing, the right element, how do you get a good interview across? Well, in your resume, at the top of it should always say what your objective is. It should say what you're trying to do with your career, even if it looks beyond the current job you're applying for. And make sure that your resume is actually tuned into the job in which you're actually going after with a particular company. A lot of people will list a lot of different things, like just basically dump everything they've done onto a resume, and that makes it look crowded, and also can make you look like you're maybe overqualified or misqualified for the job. Think about the role, have different resumes for different jobs you're going to apply for, and make sure they're tuned into that. And even if the jobs aren't specific to the type of job you're looking for right now, you can look for elements and skill sets that are in the jobs you've had that you can relate to how that is, whatever you're applying for. And that's important to make sure it shows that in the resume, in the document. But I think a lot of it has to do with your personal presence. When you come into that room, you've got to be happy, you've got to be smiling, you can't seem overtly nervous and fidgety, and you've got to basically make sure that that's coming across in your interview process.
Sweet. There you go, guys. Thank you very much. Take the personal branding pledge at the bottom, click on the link, check it out, check out what My Life, My Power has to offer. Have an awesome week.